guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for coming back. I really do appreciate it, and I'm just gonna get right into today's video. But before I do, please can you guys hit that subscribe button if you have not, and turn on your post notifications so you can know whenever I post. And at the end of this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did like it. And yeah, so let's begin. So as you guys can see from the title of today's video, it's if you don't like it, then change it. So what does this actually mean? This is something that my very close friend of mine in matric told me, that if I really don't like the way that I look, or the way that, the way that I look, then I need to change it. And for the longest time, I never really got exactly what she meant until about, I think it was last year, until I really understood exactly what she was talking about. But a quick disclaimer before I actually carry on with this video. I am not trying to promote at all anyone to do any type of surgery or to undergo any surgical procedure just because they don't like the way they look. That is not at all what I'm trying to promote. That's the last thing I actually am promoting. It's not at all about that. So I'm going to get into the video so you guys can get an understanding of what I think these words mean. Like, if you don't like it, then change it. But I'm not trying to promote any type of surgical procedure. Yeah, that's the last thing, because I don't want anyone, coming for me and saying, well, this girl on YouTube said that if I don't like it, then I need to change it, so I'm gonna go and get bigger breasts. No. It's not what I'm trying to promote at all. So okay, so let me carry on. So before you can actually go any type of physical change to your body, you need to first work on something that I always preach on my YouTube videos, is you always have to first work on your mindset, because that's the main thing, that's the most important thing when everyone is going through insecurities. So that time when, she told me that if I don't like something about my body, that I need to change it, it was because literally inside of me, whenever I used to look in the mirror, obviously I'd have that, I wish that my body was more like this, or I wish I was more curvier, or obviously, like, I had those thoughts in my mind. So around that time, in grade 12, I remember I'd always used to say, like, when I have money, I am going to make sure that I go surgical procedures, or I do something to my body. Like, when I have money, like, I cannot wait till I do lipo or do a BBL. Like, I googled this stuff, you guys. It was that serious. But as I after my matric year, I went on this fight against insecurities journey, and that's when I realized that all along my mindset was wrong of what I thought these words actually meant. So yes, fine, it took a whole year for me to work on my mind, and I still am, and I still have a long way to go as well. I'm still working on it, but I'm happy with the progress that I've made mentally and emotionally towards my insecurities. So yeah, I no longer have those. I no longer tell myself that when I get money, this is what I'm going to do to my body. No, I no longer feel that way. So I'm just going to share with you guys exactly what I did and how I understood these words, that if you don't like it, then change it. Think about it this way. Think about building a house. You can't really build a house if the foundation is not, strong. The foundation has to be strong for you to build that house. If you build a house on a foundation that is collapsing, and on a foundation that is, weak, the foundation is going to get weaker, and it's going to break and collapse, which will lead into the whole house collapsing. So thinking about that, our mindset is basically the foundation and the most important thing. So we have to first work on our mindset before we can do anything with our bodies, before we can actually build our bodies and make it to what we want them to be. That should be the last thing that we do. Our brain is like a foundation of a house. So if we are too busy focusing on the physical change without actually working on getting our emotional and our mental health healthy, then we will collapse physically and mentally and emotionally, because we're too fixed on the way that society feels that a woman's body should be like, or a man's body should be like, and we're forgetting about what do we actually want. Things change all the time. Things change a lot. So if we are going to be followers of social media, then we're just setting ourselves for an emotional breakdown. When I was younger, like, there was no such thing as girls need to be thick. It was more like you need to be a size 2. If you're a girl, you need to be more skinnier, and skinnier girls are more attractive. Now things have changed. Now it's thicker girls are more attractive, and it's all about what is appealing to society and what is appealing to men. And to think that, like, if I reflect back, as girls, I'm not even gonna lie right now, and I know you girls know I'm speaking the truth when I say that we do like male attention as teenagers. When we grow up, obviously, like, we want the boys to say something when they see us, or it was part of that high school thing, like Ugutinje, feel so much pressure, to want to be accepted by other people, for other people to view us as beautiful. I remember there was even a list that was made. I don't know if I was in grade 8 or I was in grade 9. There was a list that was made about, and that list had names of girls who are the most beautiful, or yeah, in that grade. And I was like, obviously, I was like, seriously, that list, whatever. But actually inside I was like, my name better be on that list. I don't remember which grade it was. I don't know if it was grade 8 or grade 9. I don't remember. But yeah, I just like to just think that even at that age, like, that's what we worry about, whether we're beautiful or not, so whether we're appealing to the other gender. It's sickening to think, actually. So I knew Guti Mina, I need to first work on my foundation, and that was my mind. And I separated, doing that, I was able to separate what society views as appealing and what I view as appealing. And I actually cut down my insecurities list. The number of insecurities I had when I was doing matric and now is literally lower. And I know exactly what I really, really want when it comes to my body. Not for anybody else, but for me. That's the most important thing, is that everything that you do, you must always do it for you. Because we don't know what's going to happen in 2025 to come, Who knows, maybe thinner girls are going to be more attractive then, and then society is going to start preaching that girls need to be a size 2 again. And I see us actually heading there a little bit. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, if I am too busy following, society and what they view as beautiful, then when was working on getting a bigger booty, getting bigger boobs, having a smaller waist, getting bigger thighs, being lighter skin, and then when that changes, what am I going to do then? Your body can only take so much. So that's why it's so important to control the main thing, which is your mind. So after I did my emotional and mental health, after I worked on it, and then I was able to recognize exactly what do I need to do physically. So last year, was it this year? This year, I signed up for gym, and that was the beginning of, for me, physical change, because I knew that this is what I wanted to do to my body. I want to be more toned, have a more toned body, a more fitter body. And what drove me to do that was not because I wanted to be appealing to everybody else. It was just me being able to accept and love my body for me and to change it for me. That I know that when I am 40 years, I'll still be able to love the body that I have, and I won't be able to try and fit it in a box that society is trying to place us as women in, even as men. I mean, even men are, pressured, believe it or not, guys, but even men are pressured ukuthi they need to look a certain way. That indoda needs to have, yes, indoda, a man needs to have a six pack. He needs to, be, have muscles, and he needs to have a beard. Like, there's so many things that society are just they're trying to tell us ukuthi this is what is attractive when you to a certain gender. A male is attractive to a female if he looks like this, or a female is attractive to a male if she looks like this. So who is society to tell us ukuthi what is beautiful? We need to create our own definition of what beauty is, and that's the only way that we'll ever be able to eradicate our insecurities, and the only way that we'll ever be happy. So to anybody out there, to everyone who's listening to this video, if you have some insecurities, ask yourself exactly, why do you have those insecurities? Is it because of you personally, or is it because other people, like society, social media, that tell you that this is the way that you should look? So it's, at the end, it's all about you. And I've made so many changes in my life, and I've never been more happier with my journey in insecurities and fighting against them. So that was my understanding of what this means. But I'm not trying to say at all that, you should. And when you're starting to do that physical change and you're recognizing things that you don't like about you, it's for you, and not because I don't like it because, well, I heard or I read that, a woman should not look like this, or a man should not look like this. I read that I should have this type of body. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be, well, I would like to have this type of stomach, or I'd like to have this type of, body, because I feel like when I look in the mirror, it's more appealing to me. It's all about you. It's not about anybody else. It's your life. The last thing you want to do is live for anybody else or live for the society. You only have one life. And can you imagine just that one life you spent it, trying to fit into society's definition of what beauty is? No. Okay, so after you've done like your after you've worked on your mindset, and you still feel like you actually have things that you want to change about yourself and about your body, that's still okay, as long as it's all for you. So what I would perhaps recommend is that you write down exactly the things. Okay, not write it down, but brainstorm and see exactly what is it that you don't like about your body and why. One of the reasons obviously has to be because of you and how it makes you feel personally, not for anybody else. And then after that, maybe you can, after you've answered that question, maybe you can write on the other side of the page, or don't write it down, just brainstorm and see exactly what you can do to change that, how you can get to where you want to get in terms of the physical change and what you want to do. So let me make an example. Let's say, for example, you want to have a much more toned body, then exercise. It's all up to you. It's what you want to do. Do it for you. Or maybe let's say you want to have a smaller waist, you want to get that six pack or something like that, then exercise. It's all in your power. So if you don't like it, then change it. That's what I actually understand about what this statement actually means. And at the end, it's all for you, and it's all about you. It's not about anybody else. So for you right now watching this video, if you do not like the way that you look, change it. But change it for you. and not for anybody else. That's the most important thing, is you, and not social media, not the person that you're dating, just you. Everything that you do, you must do it for your own happiness and for your own health. I hope you guys really liked this video. So with that being said, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and yeah, bye guys.